the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From midfield, here's Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he finds Beasley, complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
From the 29, Allen.
He'll go right back to Beasley.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. Fighting through, and he's got space. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen
looking for Beasley, got him on his slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing now is Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for KC.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Mahomes to throw once more.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Butker now to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo set to get the football back here.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To the air, Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. And again, it's Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Allen and Beasley with it over the middle.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Steps away, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably good. That's caught inside the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Mecole Hardman.
As the first half is winding down,
and the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
On the return, it's McKenzie.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
And he's got his man here, Beasley. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Cincinnati Bengals who are moving on as they were able to eliminate the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense. offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Mahomes.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now it's Mahomes again, finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Edwards-Helaire now off the option.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Mahomes now on first down.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On the ground, this is Williams. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. On second and a couple, Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Byron Pringle there to make the grab.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. McKenzie returning it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Allen now looks to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Allen. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal. Here's Allen. Sanders got it. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
53 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.